Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we're in the middle of the fusion here and they've whacked in a summon rush midweek. They've never done this before as far as I'm aware. There's 50 fragments up for grabs for Emic coming from this summon rush tomorrow. And I guess we all want to know, given the amount of points that they're asking for and everything so far, how many points are they wanting us to push on this summon rush? I do have some extra news for it though, which I did not expect at all. So they are incentivizing in a different way than just fragments this summon rush. We've got a ×10 going on, which is kind of like, yeah, whatever. But also they're doing basically a lot of people's favorite ever shard events, which is the extra legendary event. So we're going to have, as of tomorrow, with Sacred, so it's not ideal, but with Sacred, if you know where you are on Mercy, then you could get yourself 2 legendaries for 1 shard during this event whilst the summon rush is on, or you'll be getting points towards Emic. So it depends on what that scoring looks like as to whether this is a good thing or not, I guess. But yeah, the extra legendary event basically going to go on for the 48 hours whilst this summon rush is live, and it's through Sacred Shards. The other thing which they're doing is a 10 times whilst summon rush is on for 2 champions. So we've got one of the new champions up for grabs, Jag. Do have him on the test server. I've not taken him for a full spin yet, but we can take a look on hellhades.com and see what his multipliers are looking like. So anyone can do this. You could come to hellhades.com on the homepage here. Just search for any champion you like. So if you search for Jag in the search bar, every single champion has got their own champion page like this, where you can see what me and the team's overall rating, what we think about this champion, where we think they're going to be good, why we think they're going to be good, etc. So you can see all the different areas where we rate them. You can see what we think about whether they should be booked or not, what roles they would serve in the arena, all sorts of stuff, yeah? A bit of a write-up on that champion, you know, giving you a bit more detail around what they do, where they'd be good, why we think they're useful, breakdown of their skills. But this is the interesting part. So I wanted to see what the rating of skill damage is like. The way we do this is we have 2 separate ratings. We have a rating for single target hitters, and then we have a separate rating for AoE hitters, someone who hits everybody. And if they're in godlike, like this, it means they're in the top 12% of skills for that particular section. So this dude's coming in with an A1, which is godlike. So you've got this extra chance for it to repeat. Yeah, he's then got the A2, which is godlike as well, which is, again, a single target hit with a debuff spread. And then the A3 is also godlike. So everything he does is going to be an absolute smack of a hit, which might make him pretty damn fun to play around with or to get. So yeah, looks cool as well. He's basically got some turn meter steel here. This would need accuracy to happen, but he can do it multiple times, which could be pretty fun. He's got this one here where before attacking transfers all debuffs from him to a target. Damage from the first hit increases depending on the debuffs you transfer. When we're factoring in those damage counts, we assume a certain amount of things. Like for this, we would have assumed there's at least 4 debuffs going off. Then does a debuff spread of 2 random debuffs from the target, puts them on all enemies. This might end up being one of the best debuff spreaders in the game, honestly. We'll have to be aware of things like affinity for this to happen. You will need accuracy to spread a debuff that needed accuracy to land. Yeah, so if there's bombs on there which didn't need accuracy to land, like Astrolith, he can do a debuff spread of those with 0 accuracy. That's a good call out. We've then got an AoE. Before attacking, removes all buffs from all enemies and does more damage for each buff removed. So again, you're going to need accuracy to do that. The challenge with anyone like this, where I need accuracy in my whole kit, the more stats you've got to get, the harder it is to build someone to do an absolute nuke. Yeah, so just having to put, you know, like 200, 300, 400 accuracy on someone to get their kit to really work massively affects the amount of damage you can build into their kit. But still, his kit is very interesting. Live arena, this could be nuts. And generally, good champion like Hydra, solid. Yeah, lots going on here. At the start of his turn, gets increased accuracy. So that does help a lot of these abilities to happen, honestly, for a turn. More crit damage as well. At the end of his turn, places decreased crit rate and crit damage on the enemy with the highest crit damage. That's pretty cool as well. For like PvE, that's cool against a single target like a boss. means you won't be crit at all. And for PvP, again, you might just be kind of like taking out a damage dealer with this. So, or taking them out of the game. So Jack's pretty interesting as a new champion. And the other champion who's up for grabs is going to be someone we've had around for a while. Brilliant champion. He's did a lot of my live arena stuff. Leorius, yeah. So this is the Void champion up for grabs. So obviously he won't be involved in the extra legendary event, whereas Jag would be. But yeah, he's got 2 absolute smacks. He's got a smack on his A3. So again, I don't build any accuracy into his kit for arena stuff because I'd rather get the damage rather than this true fear. But you could put accuracy on him and get the true fear and potential for weaken as well in his kit. But yeah, this is a smack. His A2 is an absolute smack as well. But I tend to use the A3 first because when the A2 is not on cooldown, he's immune to basically all CC, which is brilliant in the arena. Yeah, and then he's got a drop defense on his A1 and a big hit on his A1 as well. The more damage he takes, he activates his unkillable on himself, so he can't die straight away as well. And then the more damage he takes, the more he hits for, which makes him an absolute nuke in the arena. He's also really strong for like clan boss damage. If you're not really an arena guy and you want to just use him somewhere, he's got weaken, decreased defense, and he hits for a lot of damage. Brilliant in unkillable teams. So yeah, this dude is actually really, really strong. Great base speed for a nuker. A lot of base health to keep him alive for a nuker as well, but don't worry about that too much because he's got his own inbuilt way to stay alive. So yeah, Leorius is a great champion. And, you know, if this is a reasonable summon rush, then there's a decent reason to actually pull during these events, which is unusual for midweek. Just lastly, they've also dropped another Soul Chase tournament. I mean, who's got souls at this point? Like, the last one, I've done a fair amount of Iron Twin. See all the coins I've got here? That's 13 I've got. I'm going to have about 20 souls to pull for this, which gets you nowhere in a Soul Chase. I've got 1 Eternal because I've just finished the faction wars for Sylvan Watcher today, right? But otherwise, you know, no one's anywhere near these things. Like, of course, you can buy them up through the shop, but they're extortionately expensive. Like, at the moment, what, over £1 per soulstone? The only way I ever would buy these is if these are 50 pence each. But anyway, each to their own, I guess. Let me know what you're going to do. Is this something you're interested in? Are you going for these 50 to try and make way to get this Emic, considering Dungeon Divers sucks right now? Up in Hell Hades. I'll see you later.